and welcome to the Rasco and Disco Beer Show. This is not disco, this is Penguin. Anyway, yes. Maybe that should be the screenshot fact. I'll just keep that here to freak people out. Yes, hi, this is the Rasco and Disco Beer Show, and tonight we have got some beer drinking, more coverage on the World Cup Brewery event. And, you know, it's all good, it's all happening, and we're having a great time, you know. How are you? It's a good time. Well, things are getting better in the world, we feel. I hope. Said in Brazil, hearts and minds with you out there in Brazil. Hope you get through this. But in the UK, yeah, I feel a wave of optimism. The pubs are just about to start opening. Yeah, it's a good time. Well, semi-opening, that is, you know. And, you know, we can go out there, we can go to places with, have gardens, outdoor areas, and we can just book a place and we can have a pint. It's not quite what it was, but it's getting somewhere. Hopefully this just keeps continuing. We've got more debate about the passport scheme. Will that work? Won't it work? And a bit of knowledge of what's going on in the world, providing I haven't forgotten, because sometimes that happens. Tonight I'm drinking Anspatch Hobsday Hot Smoke Brown, something by Omnipolo, and a drink by Inkspot. Yeah. How are you? Oh, I'm just having my pre-show cup of tea. What have I got by Inkspot? Yeah. It's American-styled, London-made, I don't know how that works, smooth chocolate and coffee-noted milk stout, 5% by Inkspot. Smoke Brown, a classic, one of my favourite beers ever, and by Omnipolo. Oh, it's Kent Beer Review. How are you, Kent? How you doing, mate? Are you doing well? Yeah, by Omnipolo. I've got In Plenty, a Imperial Stout with coconut, cocos, nibs and vanillas. Yeah, hi Kent, how you doing? Your life treat you well? Oh, that's good. You drinking much? Anyway, let us know what you're drinking and what you're up to. I'm just waiting for Disco. Hey, you can come on the show while we wait for him, you know, if you really want. Because he's late and he's lost his place, so therefore he's sacked. You know, I heard that's how they used to plan the Top Gear shows. If you showed up late, your ideas get put to the plate, put to the panel, and it didn't happen. You're doing well, Kent. That's good to know, man. Disco's finally here. I'll wave to him. Yes. I wave to Disco. I invite him on, in fact. And yeah, Disco, go like waiting for Disco, waiting for Disco. Oh wow! You changed your look as well.
Snap! I got a penguin too, son. How was that? Mine's about 45 years old though.
Great stuff, mate. Are you well, mate? You good?
Oh dear. I'm surprisingly okay. I don't know why I'm putting them up there, but that's going to look terrible now. There you go. Stay there, son. There you go. Yeah, I'm all right, sir. I'm all right. Kent Beer Reviews. Good to see you, sir. How you doing? Yeah, I'm all
good
right,
to see you.
What's with the penguins, by the way? What's the penguin thing?
It was in the background shot, so it kicked Rasco off. This is the new look. This is the new look for Rasco. I don't know.
It's a good look. It's a vast improvement, I have to say. What's your penguin called?
Simply Penguin.
Mine's Percy.
A good name for a penguin, man. A good name for a penguin. Indeed. Yeah. What are you drinking right now?
That's a good show. I'm just starting a beer. I only got it in today, so I thought I'd be on the show. Are you doing the whole show as a damn penguin?
I might do, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I can deal with it. Never deal with children or animals, but I speak to you every week, so that's 50% sorted. So I'm sort of doing yin and yang tonight. I've got two beverages lined up. First one is a bit more sensible and a literary connection, a local connection, bit of history, bit of literature for you. And the other one's just insane and totally the fault of Barry from Blue Nose Beer Reviews.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Okay, right.
I'm going to get the first one into the glass straight away. What have you got?
Yeah. I just told the audience I've got Omnipollo, In Plenty, Imperial Stout with coconut, cocoa nibs and vanilla, 12%.
Okay. That's fairly insane, but yeah, okay.
Smoked Brown by Anspach and Hobday.
ID.
Ink Spot Milk Stout, 5%. American styled, London made smooth chocolate and coffee note milk stout. I'm not sure how American styled London made works, but you know.
Why not? Why not? We need to be checking out Ink Spot, don't we?
I do. I met the owner of them some time ago, and he invited us over, but he was a bit drunk. He is linked. He is part of the co-owner of the Art and Craft franchise. Hence why that's where I met him. Yeah, I've had a few of their beers before. They do fairly good lager. I'm just setting up my laptop now. Cool. Because I want to do a bit of discussion about. Ooh, it's a big head.
I think it's this glass. I pour it too quickly. It's a bit of a, as they say, a knobhead pour, but it does look quite a good colour. It looks much brighter on the screen, but it's quite it's a straw-coloured beer, I think that's fair to say, because it is actually a Hay Infused Golden Ale. I don't know if you can see that on there. You probably can't see it.
Yeah, so I can see it. I went
to Perivale today because they had another shop open day. They got another couple of beers. This one is called Betjeman, after legendary poet Sir John Betjeman, who apparently wrote a poem that included a line about Perivale.
Yeah,
I didn't know. No, he wrote a poem entitled Middlesex, and it featured a fair amount of places that we know in Middlesex, being that we are Middlesex born and bred, are we not?
Oh yes, very true, very true. Although I could be up in the North Pole right now.
You couldn't wait to get out Middlesex boys.
Yes.
So this
there was a.
Sorry, go on.
No, go ahead. No, continue. So, what's the beer like? Ken, if you're still there, I don't know if you've reviewed Perivale. If you haven't, please put them on your list of one of our breweries we are trying to champion. Very good, very noteworthy.
The thing about Perivale, Rasco, is they're microbrewery, but they're so small, you have to go to them. They haven't got national coverage, so they do deliveries, but only in the borough of Ealing. So we need to get them more well known, but you have to go there and find out about them. So they've only been going 2 years, but they do a lot of beers like this that are kind of like old traditional recipes that they're sort of bringing back. So this one is a hay infused golden ale. So I think it was in the mash tun. It might have been in the boil. I'm not sure, but so they line the vessel with hay. So I'm expecting some sort of Ken says, how far is Battersea from Middlesex?
Yeah.
I think I know what you're saying. Yeah, so that's the other side. Rasco's closer to Battersea. So Battersea is sort of like the southwest corner, very, very close in. I'm in the northwest corner, London, so opposite side of London, basically. Perivale, they only open on a Saturday. They do tap days, or they're bringing tap days back next month. They're already booked up because they're all outside. They're on an old farm building in it's more than a farm. It's zone 5 now, but back in the day it all used to be farmland. So apparently it used to be well known for growing hay. It used to be a big supplier of hay, I guess, to the horses of London.
Really?
The other thing about Perivale is it doesn't have any pubs in Perivale. There's some old covenant where they're not allowed to build pubs. So you have to go the other side of the A40, which is technically Ealing rather than Perivale. The brewery gets away with it because I think they're just the other side of the canal, which is not quite Perivale. It's a place called Horsemen Hill Farm. But they've got the core range of Pale Ale, which has got honey in it, which is from the farm, but they also grow a lot of other stuff on the farm that they put into their beers. And they do a lot of old traditional recipes, like I say. And this one looks really good in the glass. Like I say, nice big creamy head. I'm going to try it. I'm expecting some kind of smokiness, but maybe I'm thinking that's just a hay. I don't know.
Really? Okay. Interesting.
What it is? Okay, yeah, there's maybe a little grassiness that comes through right at the end. But it's a really solid body on it. It's nice, almost a nice cream pale, but there's no lactose or anything in it. Yeah, there's a kind of grassiness, there's a freshness to it. It's a really nice, very drinkable ale. I'm glad I picked up several.
Wow. How many?
Several. Well, 3.
That's shocking. Well, 3. Oh, fair enough. No, Perivale on the Central Line. It's on Horsemen Hill. It's a good spot for taking kids out as well, because you can take them out on the Gruffalo Trail if you want to go. So, look out for them. I went there, visited it over a year and a half now, before the world got more crazier. But yeah, it was a great spot. Do some great beer, but as you said, they are very small. You would have to go there, or a local, I don't know, tap room bar thing might have a place. Hi, Lucy. Yes, hello. This is my new look.
I was going to say, Lucy's walked in and she wonders what on earth she's walking into. Lucy, what you're walking into is the new updated version of Rasco. Does he look better or worse? Does it work for you? I'm not quite sure why he's doing it. He still hasn't explained, but Rasco tonight is a penguin through the medium of a penguin. Rasco, do you want a bit of literary madness? Do you want the actual poem by John Betjeman that's related to this beer?
Yes,
would you like a bit of performance poetry?
Yeah, please, go for it.
I've got it here. So, I mean, a lot of people, you probably know John Betjeman from the poem "Come Friendly Bombs Fall on Slough." So he does a lot of industrial kind of poetry, like that kind of urban, postmodern kind of stuff. And he was right about Slough, because I used to work and briefly live in Slough. But this one is about sort of northwest London, so it features a few places you probably recognise. There's only 4 verses. It's not a massive poem, but do you want it? You ready?
Go for it, mate. Go for it. Okay,
so Middlesex by John Betjeman. You rarely get a bit of literature on beer reviews, but here we go. Ready? Gaily into Ricelet Gardens runs the red electric train. With 1,000 tars and pardons, daintily alights Elaine. Hurries down the concrete station with a frown of concentration. Out into the outskirts edges, where a few surviving hedges keep alive a lost Elysium, Middlesex again. Well-cut Winsmore flapping lightly, Jackmar scarf of mauve and green, hiding hair which Friday nightly delicately drowns in dream. Fair Elaine, the bobby soxer, fresh complexioned with inoxa, gains the garden, father's hobby, hangs her Winsmore in the lobby, settles down to sandwich supper and the television screen. Gentle Brent, I used to know you, wandering Wembley-wards at will. Now what change your waters show you, in the meadowlands you fill. Recollect the elm trees misty and the footpaths climbing twisty under cedar-shaded palings. Low Laburnum leaned on railings. Out of Northolt, on and upward to the heights of Harrow Hill, parish of enormous hayfields, Perivale stood all alone, and from Greenford scent of Mayfields most enticingly was blown. Over market gardens tidy, taverns for the bona fide, Cockney singers, Cockney shooters, Murray poshes, Lupin pewters, long in Kelsall Green and Highgate, and under soot and stone. Now, I've no idea what half that means, but it sounds pretty good and it's very poetic and stuff. Do you know what I mean? I'm not smart enough to dissect all of that, but we recognise most of those places.
We do. We certainly do. It was very visual. I could definitely see those places as you spoke. Was well read, sir. Well done. Something different here tonight, as you can probably see, and here. So,
cheers to Perivale and their Hay Infused Golden Ale.
Indeed. Betcham. Oh, there you go. Just on the subject, I know we've covered it for 2 weeks now. You spoke about it, but that whole vaccine passport thing, I was thinking about, and pubs apparently will be exempt. Maybe, hopefully, yes. Who knows? But then they're saying at large-scale events like football games and concerts and stuff, you're going to have a vaccine passport. And then I thought about it a bit more. I thought, well, I'm not going to any football games or concerts, but I am going to a rather large beer festival. Well, hang on.
I don't think they've worked out about that.
So watch that space, and I haven't seen any information from London Craft Beer Festival yet on what their stance is or what they're going to do. The same penguin is out of focus. What? Huh? What? What? But yeah, shame. But there you go. What we're going to do? Will we have to go to a beer festival with a vaccine passport? If not, please can I have my first jab, please? All right. Who wants me to drink on the pillow first?
Before that, it's the people serving that need the jab before you worry about the customers.
Well, yeah, there you go. There's the logic of it. The average age of people working at these things is around about in their 20s, and they're at the bottom of the list at the moment. So what are you going to do? Watch this space. Watch this space.
Craig from Ken Reviews, what would you prefer, an out-of-focus penguin or a fully in-focus Rasco? That's what you have to ask yourself.
Indeed. What would you like? Anyway, I'm going to start up on the ink spot first.
That's how bad it is. I'm the good-looking one on the channel, isn't it, Rasco?
I don't know, mate. I don't know. My beak's bigger than yours.
The thing is, right, and we never script these shows, but I didn't even know he was going to do that tonight, so I've got to work with this. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't know what so.
Well, there you go, mate. Starting with the ink spot, water, barley, wheat, oat, and hop yeast and lactose, unfiltered, 330ml can. There you go. They're based out in Streatham, ink spot. Giving away the link to the Art and Craft. I got it from the Art and Craft. Cans fizzing up a bit. It's very nice. Oh, hang on, no. What I said, it's very nice. I haven't had as much yet. Here we go. Pour, bad pour. Come to Rasco and Disco. Have you had both jabs yet, Rasco? No, I've not had any jabs yet, mate. Not one. I might actually start doing cold calling the places to try and get a jab. So, yeah, What does that taste like? Aroma, ooh, I've got to say, I get metallic scents in aroma. And yeah, I don't get much on taste yet. It's a bit hoppy. It's very sessionable.
Rasco, remind me again, really, which one is that? Which one have you started with? Sorry, remind me again.
The Ink Spot, American styled, London made, smooth chocolate and coffee noted milk stout. Cool. There's hints of coffee in the aroma now. It's coming through. Yeah, it's a highly sessionable alcoholic drink. It's quite nice. It's a bit bitter. I don't get too much coffee or chocolate in it, but it's nice. It's drinkable. But you know, I'm not gonna, take enough of that. Anyway, yeah, it's it's all right. Yeah.
You are still well out of focus. I don't know whether it's a connection. Oh, that's better. There you go. There you are.
There you go.
Wild Horse Brewery popped in earlier, and I think they popped straight out again because they saw the penguins. So apologies, Wild Horse, if you look at this afterwards, but or if you are still in on it.
Well, I'm pretty sure there are crazier things going on Instagram, if I'm honest. Yeah. But yeah, all right, this is highly drinkable, but it's nothing that's changing my world. Have you had any jabs, Craig or Lucy? Lucy's there or not? I think she's gone, didn't like the penguin. Has anyone had the jabs? You've not had your jabs, haven't you? You're a bit older than me.
Booked in tomorrow, sir. Booked in tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, good on you. Good on you. That's good. Good news.
Somebody shouldn't be in tonight.
Which one are you getting? Pfizer or Anzac?
I have no idea. It's down the road at Rayners Lane, and I think everybody else has been there at AstraZeneca, but I'm not sure.
Right.
I'm not sure.
Fair enough. Well, good luck to you. I hope you don't turn into a mutant or anything, or grow a third arm.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see tomorrow. To be fair.
Yeah. Just because you've had your jab, you can't have my ticket to the London Craft Beer Festival.
I never did get that in the end. I never did go for it, but
yeah. So what else? There's a few other. Oh, flipping heck! This is all because my laptop won't turn on properly. I had a few other things. Craig, I had my first jab on the 8th of March. Kara, all right. I had Anzac. Fair play. I'm glad to hear that, man. I'm glad to hear that. So what else was I going to say? Oh, flipping heck. There's a few other beer things. Oh, bollocks. All right, my laptop's not working.
I'm going to make this statement, Rasco. This is an amazingly good beer.
Yes.
Brilliant. This is lovely. It's like... It's you see a lot of beers that say lemon meringue pie, and this is like lemon meringue pie without so much lemon. It's just like meringue pie. There's a sort of almost lemon about it. It's smooth. It's creamy without having any lactose in it at all. It's really easy drinking, but it's got that nice, like I say, that sort of grassy flavour to it. A sort of... It's not really smoky, but there's a sort of tint to it. It's just a really nice drink. On Saturday, so I could go back next Saturday and get some more, hopefully. It's a really good beer. Really good beer. I mean, Hay Infused beer is just a bit weird, but it works. It's a really nice beer. It's quite summery. It's a little bit of citrus to it, like I say, a little bit of sort of hint of lemon. I don't actually know what hops they've got in it. They normally use fairly traditional English hops, I think.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, Bramley Cross. They always use Bramley Cross quite a lot. Bramley Cross, Kent Goldings, and Uconot. Uconot. Never know how to pronounce that one.
There you go. All right.
So, having said, I said on a live stream the other day, I don't really like hopped beers where the hop is accentuated. But that's a great example of a really nice, well-used hop. They tend to, Perivale use Bramley Cross quite a lot in their beers, I think, because it's a fairly gentle hop flavour. Uconot, you tend to find in sort of dippers and stuff a lot as the third hop. Kent Goldings, I probably don't like that many Kent hops, but I say this is a really, really nice beer. Really good, really easy drinking, smooth, and smashable as well. I'd love a pint of this if they have this on draft when they back open again. I could sit outside, have a couple of them. It's not massively heavy either. It's 4.7. 4.7, so it's got a good percentage, really good body. I really like this beer. Really good stuff.
Cool.
I say that,
beer of the year.
This is really up there. Really spot on.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it, mate. I'm glad. That's a great review you just gave us there. I'm quite eager to move on to something a bit more tasty. It's not bad what I've got, but it's like as I said before, it's not rocking my world. Craig, Kent Beer Reviews, mate. I'm glad you're here watching this show because your beer knowledge is far superior to us. I like frugals and brilliant hops. Okay, what do you like about them, mate? I don't expect you to answer like that. When I say things.
Fuggles is another one. Fuggles is one I imagine I don't like because there's a beer on the Isle of Wight that Kevin always goes on about called Fuggledy Dum, which I assume has Fuggles hops. And I don't like Fuggledy Dum, but he loves it. So Fuggles hops, I have to look into a bit more. I only know them from that one beer.
Fair enough. Anyway, do you have laptop access?
I do. I have it right. That's how I didn't memorise that poem, Rasco. I read it off the internet.
Oh, it's a shame.
As good as I am, I didn't read it. I didn't memorise it. Yeah. What would you like me to look up, sir?
Well, I want to get started on the Brewery World Cup stuff. There's been some interesting results.
This is how much laptop access I have. I'm currently watching, well, not watching, they're just there. Harry from Blue Nose Beer Reviews and Adam from Mersey Beers doing a live on YouTube. So Harry did say he might look in later. I don't know how long they've been going. They've been going an hour and a half. So I would imagine Kent Beer Reviews is probably looking in there as well, maybe. Although Harry did say he might have us on in the background. So if he is, hi Harry. Anyway, so yeah, what would you like me to look at? You want me to look up the? You want me to look?
Yeah.
The
because I WhatsApped you some results and the way it was looking.
Yeah.
And the way it was looking like Signcraft were going to win a group by about 1% or 2%, and they lost it. They came second.
But two went through the group. So Siren are through.
Yeah.
It was Siren and Brew York in that group, so they both. Right.
And I am a little shocked at that. I did not think that was going to happen. I thought Siren would take it. You were of the opposite opinion, I believe. But they're both through.
No, I think I said Siren were probably going through, and it was down to Fierce and Brew York in that group. But Brew York and Siren went through, so I think that was sound, to be fair.
And to be fair, it was pretty conclusive between Siren and Brew York. Fierce were about 10% behind anyone, if I recall. I'm unable to check that result, but I'm a bit shocked Siren didn't take it, but they are through. They're going through to the next stage. I believe Don Zacco are through, but Pressure Drop gave them pasting.
Yeah, but as you say, it was the top two for the group, so it doesn't. It was just he had to beat the other two, really.
Yeah, and I'm a little shocked. Pilot, the champions, are out. But Siren, the runners-up of last year. Yeah, Pilot are out.
Pilot are in there.
Really?
Pilot, yeah. Because it was the top two who went through. So last week in a group. So Pilot went through because they were in a group with...
But...
Yeah, so they were in a group with Boxcar, Northern Monk, Verdant and Pilot. And Verdant and Pilot went through. So Pilot in the next round next week are up against Colonel.
Right.
So now it's playoffs, right?
Yeah.
So here we go. Right. So shall I just go through the playoffs, right? So in the round of 16, commences on Monday, right? I'm not sure which order they're doing it, but it's going to go Wylam versus North. What do you reckon?
Wylam.
See, I reckon North because I think they're the bigger brewery. I think they're more well known, even though Wylam are well known outside of. I think North probably. I would probably vote North because I haven't had enough Wylam beers. Maybe. The next group is Verdant versus Marble.
I would want Marble to win it, but I think Verdant will.
Same here. Have we got an agreement?
Ding, ding, ding.
I Marble because I haven't had any Verdant beers, but I think Verdant will win that.
Yeah.
Next up, it's Colonel versus Pilot.
I think Pilot may take it, but Colonel should.
That is a very tough group because I don't know. I see a lot of people saying about not really liking Colonel because of their branding and stuff. You know, because they keep it plain and stuff. But I would probably go Pilot there because I've had more Pilot beers because I find them more accessible, find them more appealing. And I've only ever had one box out of Pilot.
I think once you get started on Colonel Stouts, you don't go back. If I'm honest. I had Colonel
back in the day when I was generally hating on craft beer, and I had Colonel. I mean, they were in Marks and Spencer's fairly early. I think Colonel. I remember having them on Cambridge Station, and in Marks and Spencer's. So I don't mind Colonel. I just haven't had enough of their beers, and I think Pilot will probably take that as former winners. I think they'll go through. Maybe Colonel should. Colonel probably should.
No, I think Pilot will, if I'm honest. Colonel should vote. Colonel should take it. Excuse me.
Next up. Oh, are you feeling ill again? You did this last week.
Yeah, I'm allergic to you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're allergic to Instagram. Right, the next one I think is probably it's kind of almost David and Goliath kind of thing.
Yep.
It's Green Duck versus Abbeydale.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I'm aware of Green Duck, Midlands Brewery. I've seen them featured on various reviewers. I know more about Abbeydale because they're a Yorkshire brewery. I've had Abbeydale beers. I can get them down the road at Beer Asylum. So I think probably overall Abbeydale will win that, and I will vote for Abbeydale because I know their beers more.
Couldn't call it, to be honest.
Yeah, it's difficult. Yeah. The next one is incredibly difficult for me. I don't quite know where to go on the next one. Brew York versus Thornbridge.
Yes, I've seen that. I've got mixed feelings about it. I think Brew York will win it, though.
I really don't know. I don't even know which one to vote for because I've had both beers. I've had beers from both breweries. I love Thornbridge.
Yeah.
Maybe they're slightly more well established, more well known. Brew York come with a lot of big stouts and a lot of. I love Brew York's beer names. I love beer names.
Yeah.
You know, fun and fun stuff. You know, they got Juice Forsyth. They had Dame Judy Quench, and obviously Rhubarb was tried. And great beer names. So I don't know. That is absolute mega tie, that one for me.
I know what you mean. I would give it to Thornbridge. So, yeah.
I can't call it because it's public vote. I can't call it because I don't even know which one I'd vote for on that.
No, I would give my vote to. Yeah, I'd give mine to Thornbridge. If I'm honest, over Brew York. I like Thornbridge a bit more, and I would just give it to them because they gave us Jaipur. And if I'm honest, Brew York are really good, but nothing really sticks out for me. Nothing really. They've done some great beers, but nothing is wham bam, thank you, man. Where you do drink a beer like Jaipur, which everyone knows and respects, and there's good reasons for that. They were craft before there was craft. So yeah, I would go with that, but I don't think that's going to happen. The world doesn't see my logic. Here we go with the Omnipollo. Oh my! Now that's how you make a dark drink. Slightly tanned head. Not much of a head there. Oh my God! I've got a blocked nose. I've just discovered because I've just been sneezing, and the smell's coming through. You don't need to drink this. You just need to smell it. The coconut and the vanilla. It's so present. It's just unreal.
Cool. Monochrome Graph, thanks for popping in. Good to see you. Cheers.
Hello, Monochrome. Rick, good. Thank you, brother. Been a while, brother. We haven't seen you in a while, man.
Let's go. We've lost Lucy. She's over with Adam and Harry on YouTube, mate. I think it was the penguin, or maybe it was my poem. It was either the poem or the penguin. I don't know.
I'm upset. Is Craig over there as well?
No, I think Craig's still here. I think, wasn't it, Craig?
No, I think he's gone. Gone.
No, Craig's there too.
Anyway, back to this on the Polo, because they don't have on the Polo on theirs. What if they do? Good luck to them, mate. This is heaven, and might I say, the Art and Craft has Omnipollo on tap for when they reopen. This week, so get down there, enjoy it, and they have plenty in can, as I'm told, and bottle. This is heaven. This is how you make a drink. In classic Omnipolo style day, there's very little alcohol by it. It's going down smoothly. It's going down lushly. This is how you make it. This is the game-changing drink. My God, absolute pleasure. Absolute pleasure. I'm going to give it a Beer of the Year nomination. Right here and right now.
Whoa, steady on, dude. Steady on.
No, mate. You've not had the Omnipolo. There you go. But mate, if you have the
this could be a nomination, Rasco. This could be. And it's a pale. It's a golden ale. I don't know. I've got a few more.
You should know. Mate, if you have the Omnipolo, you'd see why I gave them Beer of the Year last year, and they're getting a nomination now. Bam, that's it. They got a nomination. I've got my list. I've got my list of notes.
Yeah.
It's not going to be as easy because I'm doing a lot of these nominations live, so my notes aren't that good.
Yeah, that means you have to go back and check on them, don't you?
But yes, continue with the brewing thing.
Oh yeah, sorry. The next, so I've only 2 more to go. To be fair, 3 more to go. Right, the next one. So we're basically undecided on Brew York and Thornbridge, aren't we? We're sort of like, don't know.
But no, I personally thought I want Thornbridge to get it.
Okay.
But as I said, there's a lot of good things about Brew York, but nothing really stands out. Nothing. Yeah. I can't remember most of their drinks.
I think it's about the name. It's about the beer names. It's all about the beer names, the puns, the clever puns, the clever, like, you know. And Barbara Streisand is a great name. Anyway, move on. The next one, probably slightly easier, maybe, certainly for you. Pressure Drop versus Don Zoco. Now, hang on, didn't they already beat Don Zoco? Who did they beat in their group? They beat that group very conclusively, if I recall. Pressure Drop? Yeah. No, Pressure Drop came through with Arbor, and they beat White through a Black Iris. Yes. I was expecting a bit more from Wiper and True, but there you go, it didn't happen. I'll be honest, I think Pressure Drop have potential to winning the whole competition. They are my personal favourites to win. Okay. Yeah. We shall see next week because quarterfinals is the 16th, so what, next Friday? So we'll have a lot to talk about next Saturday coming through with just who comes through from those groups. So I think Pressure Drop as well from that group, probably. I think Don Zoco have got some, there's some really good chat about Don Zoco at the moment. I haven't had any, but I see a lot of good things about them. But I think Pressure Drop are probably more well known and have got more beers coming out and are more accessible, maybe. So I think probably Pressure Drop from out of those two. 2 left. The next one is Daya versus Siren. Another big. But there you go. That's a giant killing game there. Daya, I would actually list as my second to win the competition. My second choice, if I'm honest. So, Siren, you had a Daya last week, didn't you? Yes, outstanding drink. Yeah, very worthy. I had some in the Art and Craft about a year and a bit ago. It was a collab beer. Now, here's the thing: Siren lost the last round. No, well, they came second, and I'm going to say they lost because you know what was going on last week? They did this big event going on. They had a online beer festival going on. They had a lot of good PR going on, and they still lost. So, but they lost to Brew. Well, if they came second to Brew York, and it's only 1 or 2%. They've had their 8th birthday recently. They're on a good trending stream,
and yet they didn't take the group.
Yeah.
Hang on, what's going on there? In terms of quality of beer, I'm a bit more of a fan of Siren, if I'm honest. But simply because I've had a lot more Siren as well, in fairness. But I think Daya could take it. I honestly think Daya could take it.
Yeah, no, I think they're kind of the big guns at the moment. I think they're the next. Like I was saying about hierarchies and levels last week, they've got their big core stuff running man. Siren have probably got more well-known beers, maybe. They bring out some big beers. That is, again, tough one to call. I will always vote Siren there because I haven't had a Daya. But I think Daya have got the popularity as well. I don't know. I don't know with that one. I wouldn't like to call that. That's another one. Between Brew York and Thornbridge and Daya and Siren, I wouldn't like to call that group at all. I wouldn't know. The last group is, I don't know, again, maybe easy, but it's two well-known names, two big guns. Fine Ales versus Arbor. So Arbor come with the pint cans, the 568ml cans, which is fairly unique. You don't see too many UK breweries doing that. They're well popular. Fine Ales they have Jarl, that's a well-known beer that's got a lot of popularity. Maybe don't see them so much outside of Scotland. Probably hard to get hold of them, but certainly well known. I would vote probably for Arbor because I've had more of their beers by 2 to none. But Fine Ales are very popular, so I don't know. Be cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Arbor. There's just a bit more in them, but neither of them will win this competition, if I'm honest. There's a lot of giants in that competition still.
Yeah. So I mean, we're going down to quarterfinals. We're probably going one of Siren Daya, one of Thornbridge Brew York, probably Pressure Drop, probably Verdant, and one of Colonel and Pilot. Maybe North.
Yeah.
Maybe North or Willem. Yeah. Quarterfinals are next Friday. So we'll see Monday and Tuesday who goes through that round of 16.
Oh, you're back. Where did you go, Lucy?
Oh, I've already commented. I've already commented over on YouTube. I know exactly where she went. Was it the poetry or the penguin that scared you off, Lucy? Like,
just done my rounds, love.
Oh no, track didn't make it through. Track lost out in Group D to North and Green Duck, which is, I think Green Duck have got a lot of massive fans in the Midlands. So, yeah, track lost out to North and Green Duck.
This competition we're talking about almost every week at the moment is from the Time for a Brew podcast. You can look him up on Twitter. You can look up his podcast. It's a very good podcast. It really is well made. It's got a good theme tune. You know, I want to find out where he gets his theme tune from.
Yeah, exactly. No, Lucy, it's fine. We only jest, to be fair, because there's always so much love for like people either on Instagram or YouTube beer reviewers. Like we did it last week with Craig when I saw Craig on there. I've usually done a Saturday night. We sort of settled into like this kind of Saturday night 10:30 after pub kind of thing, and because Craig and Harry and Adam are usually on a Friday night, and suddenly like tonight, Adam at Mersey Beers has done a Saturday night stream because nobody else is really doing one over on YouTube tonight. It's not so much live stuff. Adam at Mersey Beers, very knowledgeable guy, worth checking out, to be fair, if anybody else is watching. He doesn't do Instagram, so he never comes over here. Yes, Lucy, everybody wants a slice of Lucy love. Well, there you go. What it is to be popular, hey? What it is to be popular. But yeah, so I don't know what to do now, because I did say to Harry earlier, Harry was doing a live stream earlier, doing a little review, and we were talking about this next beer this next beverage that I've got. He said he was going to do it earlier on his stream, but he was like, no, do it later on yours, and he'll come and watch. But I don't know if he's actually watching us. He said he might watch us whilst he's doing a live, but he's doing a live with.
Give him a 5-minute warning. Give him a 5-minute warning saying go do the beer in 5 minutes.
No, I don't want to interrupt their stream. They're like the same with Ken last week. We popped on and said hello for a laugh, but I don't want to necessarily interrupt their flow. But they can always watch afterwards because we put it up and record it, so we can always watch afterwards. Do you know what?
It reminds me,
I'm going to do it because I've got to have a drink. Are you ready for this,
Fair enough.
I'm ready for this,
Go for it, mate. Go for it.
It's not a beer, though. It's not a beer.
What is it?
It's a beer that Harry from Blue Nose Beer reviews, and if anybody's watching, go and check him out on YouTube. He does some great lives. He's a brewer himself, so he knows a lot about beer and brewing. I have absolutely no idea why he does this kind of stuff, but he describes it as like a craft version of WKD Blue.
Right.
It's called
Dragon
Soop.
Hang on, this sounds familiar.
Yeah, so Harry's had several of these, and I've only seen one or two others do it. Yes, Lucy, it's Soop time.
Oh boy!
What it is, it's 7.5% Rasco, and it's Dragon Soop is a flavoured fermented malt beverage. Well, a malt beverage is beer, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, containing high levels of caffeine, blended with taurine, guarana, and delicious flavours, resulting in a truly unique drinking experience. Now, I see Booze House Tales had this on his channel the other week, but I don't think he did it, although he has done one of the ones in bottles a few months ago. I think that was a 15% jobby, but it was a 750ml bottle. I see there was one other person I saw on Instagram do it, and they done 3 in a night, which are not meant to.
Oh, God.
This is blue raspberry flavoured, so yeah, Lucy knows about Soop because she's watched Harry do it.
Lucy, you're saying it will mess him up. He's already messed up. It's too late.
But I genuinely believe that caffeine like that doesn't affect me. I don't get that caffeine buzz. I don't get that rush that people claim, right? I always have a coffee in the morning, but I don't feel like I get that caffeine buzz, right? The only time I've got that caffeine buzz was drinking Red Bull when I was out in Bangkok with Dominic. When I was in Thailand, in Bangkok, I had a Red Bull. And their Red Bull is like twice the strength of UK Red Bull. And I'd had a few beers as well, and I was buzzing. So I claim, and I've done it now, so I've got to do it. I claim caffeine doesn't affect me. So let's see how much this fucks me up. Quick question. What is Blue Nose's thing on? Is it on Blue Nose's or on Adam's thing? It's on Mersey Beers on Adam's live stream on YouTube. It's on his
Mersey Beers. Mersey.
They do both on us right now. I'm not sure quite what level of neon blue this beer is going to be. It's not a beer. I keep calling it a beer. When Disco passes out in 5 minutes, I'll take over. I'll shut my head. Lucy, you are most welcome. That is an insane level of blue.
Oh my God!
So, do you know what that looks like? I've been to the dentist once, but that looks like the mouthwash you get in dentist surgeries. It's clear though; it's quite bubbly.
Yeah,
I've got a blocked up nose at the moment, so maybe this will clear my sinuses and everything else.
Mate, I've got to be honest. No, thank you.
Well, I like to try these things. Monaco Craft says, I had 2 cans of Monster Energy drink on a hangover once. Awful decision. No, I do find that energy drinks do kind of settle the hangover, but I always go for the fruity one, so I maintain it's the vitamin C that does it, not the caffeine. But here we go.
You never know.
I've got Harry over
It's
here on
been
YouTube, so cheers, Harry.
It's nice knowing you from Lucy.
It's soup time.
Oh boy.
Okay. Do you remember when we was like probably kids, Rasco, going into 7-Eleven and getting the raspberry flavoured slushies?
Yeah.
Slurpees they were called, weren't they? Slushies.
Slush puppies.
Slush puppies, that's the one. No, that's exactly what they taste like. Yeah, it's an odd raspberry flavour. It's
Yeah.
I can't taste any caffeine in it. Panda Pops, yeah, actually, yeah, them little plastic ones with the odd film lid. Yeah, it's quite. Certainly doesn't taste 7.5%, so I can see where that fucks you up. But it is between WKD Blue, Slush Puppies, and Panda Pops. Well, let's see how it goes in the next 5 minutes. Do you know what I mean? 7.5%. It's juice.
I can taste that.
Do you know the best
Lucy
thing?
says she.
Sorry, Rasco?
Lucy says she can taste it just by looking at it.
Have you tried it? Have you had a can, Lucy? That's what I want to know. Have you? Because I know you know about it.
It looks like WKD to me, mate.
It is somewhere between WKD Blue, Slush Puppy, and that mouthwash you used to get at dentists.
Not appealing. You're not selling it to me, mate. You're not selling that to me.
Well, this is the thing. This is pretty much roughly the same as what Harry said when he's done several, almost once a week. He's done like a can of this stuff. He done one today that was rhubarb and custard flavour.
Yeah.
They've got peach and raspberry flavour, and one is bright green. I'm scared of it. She said she's scared of it. Yeah, because Harry didn't really sell it very well, and he said it was disgusting and a bit mental. That's the kind of thing I go for because, not exactly on the level that I am, but, I like to try mad stuff. So I've gone from literary genius of Hay Infused Golden Ale, an old recipe, to just insane alcopop. But there you go.
Well, there you go.
Well, what is, do you remember, like I say, back in the day when you used to go clubbing and there was nothing left to drink and it was you just slam a couple of WKD Blues into a lager just to make like what were they called? Turbo Shandies. Just bum in.
Fuck.
Do you know what I mean? Yes, Harry does chug those things. I'm probably not going to chug those things, Lucy, because I'm just kind of, I don't know, I don't even want to get it out of the way. But the other thing I've got to say, by the way, it's taken me a while to find it because apparently you don't get it often in London. And I want to do a big shout out. She's never going to hear it probably, but a lady called Bella in A to Z Supermarket by Raiders Lane Station. I went in there a couple of weeks ago, told her about it because on the Dragon's it said they stopped it. They might have had it once or something. But she said she could get it in for me, and it's taken her 2 weeks, and she's been about 3 different warehouses. I thought she'd get it delivered. But she said it sounded nice, so she got it in for me. So I picked up a couple of cans this week. That's good customer service. A to Z Supermarket, well, off licence, up by Raiders Lane Station.
Fair enough. Turbo Shandy my arse and vomit. Ha ha ha. Says Lucy.
Well, we'll see at the end of this pint and see what I can follow it with.
Oh, flip. That is something else. I am trying to put Merseyside beer reviews on in the background on my TV and failing. So I'm giving up on that. And my laptop is dying. So So there's no chance of that happening, and seeing what they're up to, those fellas, or knowing what they're. Is Craig back with us? No, he's not. He's not back with us.
Craig's over there, I think.
But fair enough. He doesn't know what he's just missed, or the nuclear monstrosity. There you go. This is a pleasure and a joy. Are we surprised? It's Stout by Omnipollo. It is.
Sorry, cat intervention.
Go for it. Would you like?
Thank you, Kitty. Hello.
I'm getting a cat in my place, actually.
You're getting a cat?
Yeah, I'm getting a cat.
Why are you getting a cat?
So, why not? Never had one before. Get penguins some company.
Okay, fair enough.
I bet they don't have this over in, Blue Nose and Adams, channel, Penguin doing the show. Only the best at Rasco and Disco. How many penguins give beer reviews? That's what I want to ask. How many penguins give beer reviews?
Well, I don't know. I mean, Percy has been a semi-permanent feature, though, on the YouTube. He doesn't get seen because he's normally around the corner there, but he's like a little mascot.
Yeah. Well, there you go. If you remember some time ago, a year ago, I did a beer YouTube review, and as your replacement was a doll. Lucy's here for the Penguin, 10 out of 10. Thank you. There you go. You've got Pint Size and his crazy humour. You've got the Craft Beer channel and their informing, educated, and brilliant edits. And you've got Rasco and Disco for Penguins. What else is there?
Hay Infused beers. Well, we're all about the entertainment, Rasco, aren't we?
Yeah, I've got one more beer to do, Smoke Brown, which actually I'm thinking about trading in. I'm having second thoughts. I might keep it dark and stouty instead of doing something like the Smoke Brown, because the Smoke Brown isn't going to be fully appreciated after that Omnipollo drink. But what I've got else is a bit strong, and it might fuck me up. I've just done the 12% beer.
Has that ever bothered us?
It bothered me last week because last week I did quite some high percentage drinks, and after the show I did one more beer, and I was not in a good state. And my last week of work went wrong and was brutal. I am now a sexy freelancer. Please don't get confused by those sentences of putting sexy and freelancer for what I make.
I don't think we've ever put the word sexy and you in the same sentence, let alone with the word freelancer. If you're heading out on your own, doing your own thing, doing the sexy time.
Penguins and pints of the blue acid. I wouldn't expect anything. Hey, there you go. And this is us. This is what we do. You know what? I'm not going to drink that Smoke Brown. I am going to trade it in for something else. I love the Smoke Brown. I love it, and I'm going to do a whole big thing on the Smoke Brown.
Okay.
Why I love it, but if I was to drink that now, it wouldn't be fully appreciated. I've only got about 3 or 4 of them left. So yes, no, not doing that. Penguin's going to take the stage for a second while I go upstairs and get my beer. Be nice to Penguin. Okay. I can still hear you because I've got my headphones in and I can still talk.
You're leaving me to carry the can once again, are you, Rasco?
No. I can still talk to you. See, I'm still talking. You can still hear me. You can just look at the Penguin. Look at the Penguin. The Penguin is your friend.
Penguin looks a bit drunk, to be fair. I think he's fallen over. He's kind of showing us his bits, which is a bit weird, but there you go. Oh, hang on. We're crossing now live, Rasco, to Mersey Beers.
Okay, we've crossed over. We're live. And Penguin's toppled over, like you said.
Oh, for fuck's sake, another white IPA. I prefer the black ones. I prefer just the black IPAs.
Read it out. I thought he was going to read "It's Soop time."
Oh God. Oh God.
I can't balance it. I can't get it to the right place.
Lucy's correct. Penguin smelt the soup and fumes. Yep, and fell over. All right, mate.
This is a weak wine.
Mate, got to ask you, do you mind if I drink this?
No, because you've had it for so long. Like, you got it for me. You've had the other one.
Yeah. All right, it's going to fuck me up though, I can tell.
Why? What is it? It's not that strong.
It's about 8%, but you feel it. It's one of those that hits you. It's weird. I think the percentage thing isn't always accurate, to be honest, because I know Black Forest Gatto.
House! Yo!
Get the fuck.
Good to see you, James Brownsville was on the other week. Thanks for popping back in. Now you found us again.
Jim, just so you know, you won't be needed to replace me anymore. Penguin's going to do it. Yeah.
You still need somebody to talk about. Hey, Brownsville, what do you think about that business? Look at the colour of that.
No, it's not WKD, Jim. Good evening, James. I enjoyed your segment on here the other week, says Lucy.
We enjoyed James popping in the other week. It was superb. It was an epic stream. Lots to chat about with Jamesy.
What the fuck are you drinking, Disco?
I'm glad you asked there, Mr. Brownsville. It's Soop time. I'm not even drinking a beer, James. I'm sorry about that. I'm drinking this mad-ass business called Dragon Soup. 7.5% alcoholic energy drink. As recommended by the absolute idiot that is Harry from Blue Nose Beer Reviews. Bless him. Thank you very much, dear Harry. I must say, I do feel a little bit wobbly now, but I don't feel like it's the caffeine. I feel it's maybe the alcohol. It's tasting more like that mouth swill that you have at the dentist. And I haven't had that for 20 years.
Oh my God, yeah, you haven't been to the dentist in 20 years, haven't you?
Because it's now stocked at that off-licence up the road from me at Rayners Lane Station. If back in normal times I'm going to a gig, I am definitely popping into that off-licence and getting a couple of these for the train. Because it just basically looks like an energy drink. So if I'm going to a gig, that is proper mental gig juice. You don't even need to like buy an expensive pint of piss at like an O2 or wherever you go to a gig. Just have a couple of those on the train, mate. Smash it. Boom. Right. Everything good. It's all groovy, mate. All groovy. It's all good fun. I do feel a little bit wobbly. To be fair, I do feel a little bit. Whoa! I'm bouncing.
Right. People watching, give us a thumbs up for the soup drink. And fuck me, you've got through that pretty quick. Thumbs up, yes or no, do you like the sound of it? Everyone, give us a vote. And how do you spell Merseyside? I can't remember. Mersey. M-E...
M-E-R-S-E-Y, Mersey Beers.
M-E-R...
We follow. We subscribe. We follow them.
Yeah, but I'm not in the Rasco and Disco thing on my TV.
Lucy said that she has nice tonsils. You've got to take the compliments where you can get them, haven't you, really?
Monochrome is saying yes. Jim is telling me how to spell Merseyside. That's good. All right, hang on. Flipping egg. Merseyside. Beer review. Here we go. I might be able to get him in the background now. Come on, TV. It's so hard to do YouTube on your TV unless you're connected via. Flipping egg. It's giving me suggestions of things I don't bloody want. Mersey, there we go. Beer. Oh, baby, and yes, and yes, here we go. We're getting there. Search.
Well, absolutely. Thumbs up. Thank you. Thumbs up, Lucy.
Yes, that's absolutely not a thumbs up. Mono and I are in agreement. Ooh,
that was nicely.
Those aren't thumbs up. Oh, that's a.
Definitely smashed.
I apologise.
I'm talking about framing my face with my thumbs. I'm definitely smashed now. Live on Instagram. Jolly good.
It's the combination of beer and caffeine and super fucking juice, mate. I would not do that.
Can you see now? I definitely went with the John Betjeman Literary Intelligence beer. First of all, you know, it's like from yin to yang, from literary intelligence, poetry to absolute blazing fuckwittery.
Well, yeah. Hang on, I'm almost there. I apologise. So, talk about your life, Disco. Why I bring up something. Or talk to anyone in the comments. What are you drinking in the comments? Lucy, are you on wine today? Or are you on the beer today? Or are you not drinking? Mersey, Monaco, man, you know you like a beer. What you want, brother? Jim, tell us about what's going on in Wales.
What are you drinking, sir?
Well, we know you've been drinking, Jim. We know you. We know you.
T-shirt. I tell you what's on my T-shirt. I wore this T-shirt because it was kind of a bit illuminous, like I imagine this shit to be. It's from Beautiful Days Festival, which is a music festival run by the Levellers down in Devon. Went there a few years ago. Haven't been back for a while, but really good music festival. I tell you what, a couple of these at a music festival, smash it out of the park. What? Sorry, Brown Goni's on a coconut lime milk stout from Chapter. Coconut lime? That sounds like something Del Boy would drink. Coconut lime milk stout.
Comment of the evening. That's something Del Boy Trotter would drink.
No, I tell you what, Rasco, we had that. We nearly had that at Pig's Ear. I think it was East London had a lime stout. It made no sense, but we missed out on that. So fair play, Jim, being on that. Verdant.
I think, Verdant, potential winners of the the Brewery World Cup. I'm going to call it Pressure Drop. Pressure Drop will win it. But, I'm frequently wrong about most things.
Lucy's on the red wine. James says, you put the lime in the coconut and drink the ball up. That's a song, isn't it? That's why I did it like that. I don't know. I can't remember what it is. I hope that's okay.
And my YouTube on my TV cannot find Merseyside beer review. Fuck this.
It's Mersey beers. Mersey beers.
Oh, fuck. Right. Back on TV. Oh, no, I'm giving up, mate. It's too difficult to do on my TV.
Oh, but we subscribe. You can't find it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We'll try and catch it afterwards. Don't worry. As long as Harry watches this afterwards, I'm going to watch theirs back.
Yes, you do that. I will too. Shit me, we're over time, mate. Oh, we're not actually. We started at 10:30, didn't we?
On the beer, didn't it? When good friends comment on what we're drinking and what we're talking about, it's amazing.
Yes, indeed. Lucy, what red wine are you drinking? I know you're a fan.
Yeah.
As in the name of the beer.
Slightly minty, but it's definitely a kind of fake slush puppy raspberry flavour. But there's a slight mintiness, which is why I'm saying dentist surgery.
Dentist death surgery.
This reminds me of all those terrible clubs I was in at 4 o'clock in the morning. In fact,
at your stag do, Jim.
Not 3 years ago, when I was in a club in Shrewsbury and at 3 o'clock in the morning drinking whatever piss they had left. So this reminds me of my youth. This reminds me of my youth 3 years ago when I last went into clubs at 3 o'clock in the morning. I do love a club at 3 o'clock in the morning drinking pints of this. Absolutely. I'm making as much sense as your penguin at the start of the show. Yeah.
I remember being in a club in Cardiff in drinking stuff like that. I was on the hooch. You were on the WKD. Jim was tucked up in bed. It was just his stag do, but don't worry, he was tucked up in bed. We were out until 7 a.m.
Well, that's what happens when you get married. You get old and stuff, and you can't hack it anymore. Can you, JG?
Jim was clearly rehearsing for his future life, while we caused mayhem, and everyone else went to bed for archery in the morning. Jim, pop by any time.
Comments anymore?
No. Yeah. I'm not even sure if Jim's still watching. There you go.
Oh, as in the name of the beer.
Oh, hang on. Jim's left a lot of comments.
This is Percy. Thanks. Well spotted there, James. This is Percy. It's because Rasco got his penguin out. I got my penguin out because he only lives over there on the corner.
Careful how you say that. I got my penguin out, all right?
It's not a euphemism. It's not getting your penguin out is not a euphemism, Rasco. It's just a fact.
Monochrome, if you're still there, please. What Verdant are you drinking? Tell us about Verdant. We've had some, not a lot. Jim, I know you love your pressure drop. I think you would want them to win the Brewery World Cup. If you're not following the Brewery World Cup, start following now, please. I know you had some coverage on it. When you covered for me, thank you very much. As in the name, I said the doctor. As in the name of the beer, you've got penguins too there. Yeah, we've got everyone. Ha, 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 ha. Hang on. Says Lucy, I should be an euphemism. I dig it. Yes.
You haven't got it. Rasco, Jamesy. Too cold up here. Well, that's where... Oh, it's a track. Sorry, I'm doing two things at once here. Right, here we go.
Yeah, I know.
Right, so where are we?
I'm in Croydon. Right. I'm going to talk about this S43 beer. I have done a review on it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Tell me about it, because
I'll do a live review. There it is. S43, in their Brewdog copying style, they love to get, cease and desist orders. They've now copied Starbucks. By the way, you seen them copying Tango recently? Yep, they've done it again. They love getting cease and desist orders. They love being, a bit punkish, I guess, or brewdogish in their marketing strategy. But saying that, S43 do produce some good drink. I don't think it's a groundbreaking, amazing drink, but they might get there eventually. Ha ha ha, where are we? Hang on, says that's definitely a scoop of Super the question. This lime coconut thing is amazing, says Jim. Well, this pumpkin dank dark side, pumpkin spice latte stout from S43. Yeah, it's got all the nice aromas. It's a bit of sweetness and aroma, and there is a bit of coffee hint there. And it is a latte-based drink, so there's a milky smoothness to it. I said in my review on Instagram, if you look through that Instagram archive, plug, that I actually enjoyed it more in can than on tap. There you go. I haven't thoroughly washed out this glass, so I'm not doing it any credit. So it's a great drink. This is up there with one of the best I've had from them. Not best ever by any means, but it is good. You get all the flavours and notes you need. That said, it is 7.4%, not 8% as previously said, but all the flavours and notes of the pumpkin, spit spice and latte smoothness and stoutness are there. Fair play to them. I just wish you didn't have this pathetic marketing strategy. I'm a bit bitter about marketing and PR. We'll do an episode on that, although I think I've done it already several times.
Mate, that's a great review. I've just noticed, though. You probably can't see it. Look on Twitter. Adam sent us a StreamYard link to be on his YouTube tonight.
Well, go on, do it. I'll close up here. People can talk to me. You go do it. You go represent us.
Okay, you sure?
Yeah.
Oh,
I might join you, in fact.
Okay. All right. Well, I've got another beer to do. I've got to go for a wee, but I don't know. We might have missed it. I don't know.
No. You have a look. So drop them a message saying you're still up there. Yeah, join them. Nice line on the cuts through the milkness, so it's not too heavy on the lactose notes. Good thickness milkshake texture though. Oh, fair enough, Jim, what you need to do, hang on, what's this? Jim has requested to join the live stream. Let's see what happens.
I don't know. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's go. Because we tried this last week and you couldn't have... Whoa! How the fuck did that happen? Whoa! Oh, JG! We tried that last week and you couldn't get more than 2 people on.
2 weeks ago.
If you're going to go off and do someone else's review show, I'll come in and fill in.
No, fair play. Because but how does we get 3 people on? We couldn't do that last week when Rasco wanted to come on. But
2 weeks ago.
Absolutely, sir. I was about to say that. Rasco, you chat to Jamesy, and I'll go and chat to Mersey Beers. And not that I don't want to chat to you, Jamesy. Good to see you, boy.
That's right. I chatted to you for 3 hours a couple of weeks ago. We can,
Exactly. We had a good stream. So, do you want to do that? Rasco, you to James? James, good to see you.
My friends Teresa and Jules have just arrived in the stream as well. So,
let me go and chat to Mersey and Blue Nose, and you guys, I'll go catch up with the rest of the stream. I don't know. I can't even see the comments now. So gents,
is that Alan Moore? I don't know.
Afterwards.
Is it Alan Moore? This is Alan Moore.
Alan Moore's not the name of your penguin. I think she's referring to the hairiness.
I have to say, I don't actually know how to leave this stream. To be fair, so this could be awkward.
See, that's what the soup has done to you, mate. Right. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you. You've got to figure it out yourself. You figure it out yourself. You your toxic blue drink.
James, it's good to see you. I love you, man. And what are you drinking, by the way, James? Before I go.
So yeah, this is what I was telling you about. This is the I Said Doctor.
Oh yeah.
6%. Which way around is it? 6% coconut lime milk stout. Yeah, I think it's a small batch because it does say something like chapter 4. So I think, we are. Chapter Brewing Fictional Beer, it says on the label. Well, it's not fictional, it's very real. I'm not imagining it. But yeah, like I said, the lime is cutting through the milky texture, so it's not too lactose heavy. It's I imagine it's not very vegan friendly. Sorry, Jules, but
Fair enough.
but yeah, it's
Nice
big
glass you
mouthfeel.
got there, mate.
It's a Hook Norton tour brewery tour.
Oh, nice.
Hook Norton, not far from where my good lady wife is from. So yeah,
No, right.
Yeah.
it's a good
fair
brewery
enough.
tour. As brewery tours go, they're usually very similar. Yeah, they're usually very similar brewery tours, but Hook Norton, a big tower, it's a tower brewing process. So they start off pumping all the water up, and then each stage is another layer down. And they had this for their cooling process.
Yeah.
They had this huge copper bar at the very top of the tower. Massive copper bar, very shallow, only sort of a foot deep or so, and about 40 foot by 40 foot thing, which is where they used to cool the brew. But it was pretty much open to the elements, and there were pigeons in the top of it and stuff. And they had stopped using it, but they only stopped using it about 20 years ago. Meaning you, I, and Disco there will all have drunk Hook Norton beer that has been passed through that copper tank open to the pigeons. It wasn't that old. Yeah,
Fuck that.
it's a bit dubious. But still, it was fine beer at the time. Wasn't complaining.
Yeah.
And it's still fine beer, but yeah.
I can't believe Disco's still on the stream simply because he just doesn't know how to leave it. I could kick him out, but I just want him to figure it out himself. Now that blue soup has fucked them up.
7.5% energy drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you want to be leaving that alone, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah. No, thank you.
That's not for reasonable people.
No, well, hence why Disco's had it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I could see myself giving it a go. And I hear what he's saying about on the way to a gig, washing a couple of them, but Jesus.
Jeez, yeah. Not even when I was 18.
I have been known to take a fancy to brightly coloured fizz. I've got a bottle of pink somewhere in the cupboard. Oh, yeah. God knows where that is.
Yeah.
Party juice, isn't it?
That's exactly what it is, man. So, Jim, when you were on the show, you made some good comments about the vaccine passport, and I've just thought of something. The vaccine passport thing isn't likely to affect pubs. I don't think it will. But it is going to affect large-scale events. And there's me thinking, oh, shit, well, I won't go to any large-scale events. And I've just realised I've brought a ticket to the London Craft Beer Festival.
Oh, speaking of large events.
Yeah. So how the fuck am I going to go to this festival when I've not had one jab? I don't think anyone's going to be able to serve me at this festival because they probably wouldn't have their jab because they'd be younger than me.
Well, like I said, they're going to be drafting in an army of over 50s.
Yeah.
Yes,
Bye, Disco.
Yeah.
There's only the three of us on, I think.
Yes, their ratings are now dropped. They're all anticipating Disco on the other channel. There you got bigger. On Merseyside Beer Review or Mersey Beer Review. What's called Nice Chap. So, yeah, I think that we're all I'm a bit stuffed because I don't think I'm going to get my jab. Unless I start cold calling people on Monday because I can do that now because I'm now a sexy freelancer. Please don't get confused by, sexy and freelancer, what we will be doing. But yeah.
Well, you got to run across, mate.
But yeah. Have you had any good beer recently? Because I'm.
I had plenty of good beer recently. Just before this beer, in fact, I had this beer from Polly's.
Oh, Polly.
Polly's is another fantastic North Wales brewery.
Yeah.
We keep turning out the small batch stuff. So I don't think I've ever had the same. I don't think I've ever been able to buy the same beer twice. From them. Every time I go into a shop, there's half a dozen new and fantastically designed cans.
Yeah.
And I've never seen the same one twice, but they're over in Mould. Mould? I think just down that way. They haven't got a tap room. But yeah, it's a fantastic beers.
That's kind of the beauty of where we are at beer. You know, when you're a beer enthusiast and you just turn up at your local place where you get your beer, and it's like you never know what you're going to get. I mean, sometimes I would like a bit of consistency. I would like to get the porter from Anspach all the time. I love that drink, and the smoked brown, which is here, and I might change my mind and I might drink it all the time. But there you go. But you never know what you're going to get. It's that experimental age that we're living in is brilliant, and partly why, you know, all of us geeks are now on Instagram and YouTube and whatnot, doing this, talking about this, and the conversation is only helping the flavors. I feel. Well, I don't know what you feel.
Helping the flavors? How do you mean?
Well, if you're continuing to have a conversation about something, it's brewers and creative people about beer or beer enthusiasts are only going to take this conversation by note and want to push things forward. Really.
Yeah, I think there's an awareness of the of the enthusiasm for new flavors, but then you get groups such as that we are both a member of on Facebook, who the old time drinkers, who get a bit confused by the idea of why would anyone not want very clear beer? Why would anyone want cloudy beer? I mean, you have to explain, well, it's because I don't necessarily want fish guts in my beer, as the findings to clear it. Then, the market's changing, isn't it? And I think brewers have been more aware before a lot of the old guard of consumers. And Gaja has joined. Hello, how are you doing? Hope you're well.
Beer sensations. Hello. I agree with you. Some sense, maybe the old guard has been caught off. I mean, only a couple of weeks ago, I was on Kent Beer Review show over on YouTube, and I brought out Harvey cans, and it was a chocolate biscuit can, and it was all full of crazy artwork. This was Harvey.
And they're traditional brewer, yeah.
Yeah, and this, I thought, well, hang on, that's a bit different. It wasn't a great beer, to be honest. I was a bit pissed when I had it as well. But, it was still, that Harvey's have recognised things have changed. You can't just have, like, a sailboat going through rough waters on your logos, on your artwork now. You've got to commission an artist, you've got a designer or something, and you've got to really think about these things. You don't have to go all fancy. You can go with simple, but you have to think about these things. And I think beer is in a great place, but that's about the change. Where it changes, I don't know.
Is it because of oversaturation of the market?
Not necessarily for oversaturation, but that isn't going to help. I think because of COVID, economics mostly, particularly in the UK, a frequent commenter and another YouTuber, Irish craft beer guy, he was doing a 3-hour interview last week, and he was saying he's based in Dublin, he can't even get Siren anymore. and that's all due to Brexit, and that might change in a couple of months or not. I think, COVID is going to change things. Brexit is going to change things in the UK scene. The SBR, which is doing no one any good, is going to change things. And, Rasco and Disco, we put out a statement as soon as the SBR came out, mark this day, because this will force craft brewers, independent small brewers, to rely more on a core range beers. They won't experiment as much now. They will just try to survive. And so, I think I don't want to be Mr. Prediction of doom and gloom, but then we're at a curve point. We're taking the curve. Where we go, I'm not sure.
You might be right. Yeah, things are changing all the time.
Yeah, changing. Oh, yeah, absolutely. But this is more of a sharp curve. This is a sharp curve. And I just hope it leads into good places. That's all I can say. I'm available for hire, by the way. I'm a sexy freelancer. Please don't get confused.
I'd hire you.
Great. Hire me, please.
Well, I've got anything to hire you for, but
All right,
I
fine.
can fix my roof, but that's not quite the same thing.
I could fix your roof.
Yeah, no, you can't.
Yes, I
I'm not
can.
letting you anywhere near my house. Well, obviously I'm letting you near my house, but not to do any work on it.
Mate, I could do lots of good work, mate. Yeah, you saw some of the videos. I don't want to get too much into it. Well, I send you over WhatsApp with stuff I've accomplished in my construction career. But there you go.
You never
Large
worked on a
scale.
16th century house, though.
No, but I've worked on a lot of grade twos. And I've done large scale concrete pours. I can handle it.
Yeah, I'll have to dig up the concrete here. Actually, it's something that he could help with.
I've done that. I can do that.
Yeah, it's just labour. It's not skill. I have to do it myself at some point, probably end of the summer. Maybe
Ben
next
could do
year.
it better than you.
No doubt.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm sinking through my beers, and as at the start of the show, I had this from Inkspot, Milk Stout, American styled, London made. Again, I don't know what that's about. Smooth chocolate and coffee note with Milk Stout.
Sounds like they're going for everything they can. Chucking it all in the can.
Yes. You know what? I think you've hit the nail on the head there. It was all right. It was very sessionable. It had very small hints of flavour, bit bitter hotness to it. It was all right. And then I moved on to this behemoth of a drink, Omnipollo.
Oh,
In
I've never had an
plenty,
Omnipollo.
mate.
So big place. What do you say it was called?
It's called In Plenty. It's an imperial stout with coconut, cocoa and nibs and vanilla. And my God, you didn't need to drink it. You just had to smell it. And when you drank it, you didn't get any alcohol by it. It was just pure flavour. Went down very quickly. And now I'm on the S43, which I just spoke about. And yeah, the S43, very good. I'm a bit critical of them. Disco's in love with them. I'm a bit critical, mostly because of their marketing. I find it a bit tedious, to be honest. They're always trying to get a cease and desist. They're just getting attention, but they do produce a good beer. I can't deny that of them. I do think I'm becoming a bit of a media cynic, a media PR cynic, but I try not to be. What?
Surely not. A cynic, you never.
No, I'm all about hope and optimism. I'm Rasker.
I'm going to say about
Jolly,
this,
jolly. Who's that? Simon's Up Beer Reviews. Hello, I've never met you before.
I think it's popped up and gone again, I think, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
What was I going to say about the... Omnipollo is what I was going to say. Yeah, I've never had an Omnipollo, but their reputation precedes them. They don't mess about with small beers. They're all big, tasty beers. Yeah, I'd love to, but aren't they like £11 a can or something, £11 a bottle?
Some of them can be a bit pricey. You're right. But then when you try them, you're like, oh fuck, hang on. You really are a game changer. And I hate to say the B word on this show, but Brexit is not going to help that, considering they're based in Sweden.
No.
They are on my list to visit.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. We need to do an away trip. Rasker and Disco review tour.
Yeah, you can do the camera work on me, because Sweden's on my list.
We wanted to get our wives to agree.
Don't worry about mine, but yeah, well, Disco's just got to worry about his cat. I'm getting a cat, by the way.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm getting a cat in 2 weeks. And I can look after it now. I'm a sexy freelancer.
Yeah. Yeah, you can entertain your cat with all your sexy freelancing.
Yeah, oh God. But yeah.
What sort of cat are you getting? Where from?
Oh, no,
how old is it?
I don't know. It's just been born. It's a kitten.
Oh, right.
Someone who knows someone has said, hey, do you need a kitten? Have a kitten. And we've got a kitten. There we go. And
Right.
on that note, we have only one viewer, and that's you.
I was saying, there's two of us, and it's down to one of you. That's impressive.
Yeah, that's the talk about cats.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you eating?
Peanuts.
Oh, all right. Very nice. Very, very nice. Right. So, Conway Brewing, they did a thing this week on social media. What's that about?
But no, yep, they're having a rebrand of some kind. I hear rumours at the brewery, which I'm not at liberty to discuss at the moment, of some changes afoot. But they're not moving. They're still brewing. They're still next door to my house, and they're planning to reopen. Because at the moment, the past few months during lockdown, they've been open just on Friday afternoons for takeaway, 1 till 5 or whatever.